Brighton Chapel Brethren Church began in 1888 and has been located in Brighton, Indiana since the spring of 1908. In 1887, some of the members of the English Prairie Church of the Brethren began to discuss the place of women's apparel, particularly prayer bonnets and the inclusion of instruments during the normally a cappella worship time. As a result of these discussions, some of the members chose to leave English Prairie in the spring of 1888 to start a new ministry known as Brighton Chapel Brethren Church. Well, this little congregation began to have a big influence in the community, and their numbers started to increase in the 1950s. They built an overflow room on the south side of the building with the money that was donated to the church that they could build this overflow room and use it for a classroom. But that expansion wouldn't be their last. In the 1970s, the church continued to reach people, and the need for a fellowship hall arose. This room would give them the adequate fellowship space they needed and enabled them to have additional classes as well. In 1986, the church decided to expand the sanctuary and connect the two main buildings. So the plans were drawn up for the remodel and expansion began. This expansion led to an increase of people in the church family, and in 2005, leadership started to dream of a facility that would meet many of their current and future needs. A building committee was formed, and it was decided that the church family would pursue two building phases. Phase 1 would be offices, a new entrance with lobby, and more classrooms. Phase 2 was the building of a gymnasium that connected to Phase 1. In 2009, Phase 1 was finished and began to be filled with more and more new people. In 2009, the church was averaging around 210 people each weekend. Those numbers wouldn't stay there for long. By 2011, our numbers continued to grow, averaging 240 attendees, and to a point that something needed to be done to create more space for more people. So it was decided that it would be helpful to remove the back wall of the sanctuary and open it up entirely to the exterior wall of the original construction. This would create more seating and reach more people. The church continued to grow with an average attendance of 252 in 2012 when more space was added. God brought more people to the doorstep. In 2013, the leadership began to dream again and felt led by the Spirit of God to not build bigger, but to reuse the already occupied spaces. It was decided at that time to start offering two identical services. By the end of 2013, the church was averaging 274 attendees. By 2016, Brighton Chapel averaged 282 families, 282 attendees, which was an increase from 276 in 2015. And so far in 2017, the first 3 months of the year, the average attendance has been 302 people. The steady growth is very exciting. At this point, we're able to provide seating for 500 people on any given Sunday in 2 services. That means right now we are at 60% capacity. And we are very mindful of this number because according to church growth research, 80% is considered full. While we are not full yet, we want to be prepared for the moment that we can create more space. We believe that we will be in need of a larger sanctuary by 2020 or sooner, if the Lord willing, and that is why we are here today. We need your help to reach more people for Jesus Christ.
Spirit, lead me where my trust is with